In the heart of the city, where dreams come alive, B-Up's on the mic with that fire in his eyes. From the court to the field, every game, every fight, he's the voice of the struggle under stadium lights. He's seen the highs and the lows, the wins and the pain, every triumph and tear, every loss in the rain. But through it all, he stands tall, never backs down, with a heart full of love for this sports-loving town. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Every story, every glory, every promise we keep. From the love of the game to the struggles we face, he's the voice of the people in the sacred space. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. There's a love in the air for the game and the grind, for the players who hustle even if
What's going on, family? What's going on? You're watching Sports Talk. We'll be watching on the weekend. It's Saturday night. It's Saturday night. Hey, I'm your host, Bernard Watts. You got to do me a favor. Just do me a solid. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification button. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. And if you like to continue to support the broadcast, you can super chat or just simply join the membership. Join the membership. Anything that you do will be highly appreciated. Once again, you're watching Sports Talk. Will be watched by the digital airways of YouTube with the #1 chat room on YouTube. Hey, tonight I just want to talk about Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns' next head coach. That's what I want to concentrate on tonight. This will be a 30-minute show. I got company. I got to do some things, but I still want to do my show. Talk to the family. Yes, I do. Also, there's a lot of discussion going over there on Twitter about Coach Prime and the Colorado football team. Boy, they bringing them in. You hear me? They bringing them in, and I'll be talking about them more on tomorrow. I go more depth and do my research and check on Colorado football team. Me personally, I just want Coach Prime to win. I don't care who he get or what he go get. I just want Colorado to win. Just win, baby. Win to me. So let's get into this thing. Shedeur Sanders, Cleveland Browns' next head coach. And what's the talk and the direction? I'm going to talk to the chat today, the people in the comment section. I want to see what's your thought and who you like to see as Shedeur Sanders' next head coach. How about that? Let's look at the people in the chat. Faith Nichols. What's going on? How you doing? I see MSD 7672. How you doing tonight? Appreciate tonight. Miss Patty Lee. I love CC. Carolyn Shepard. Ring my bell is in the building. Yeah, Reverend Nelson. Salute my brother. Salute. Appreciate you tonight, Reb. Let's see who else we got. We got Main 94. Appreciate you, Main 94. You've been a faithful one. I see you. R. Ferguson, what's going on? How you doing, sir? How's your weekend so far? Miss Jackson, what's going on? Appreciate you for rocking with me. Appreciate you. Y'all hit that like button. Hit the like button. Wayne Hood, my dog, what's up? Michael Lockhart, what's up? I see you. Miss Dawn Adams, I see y'all. I really do, and I appreciate y'all. Sweden 9609 is in the building. Appreciate you tonight. Who else we got in this building? Miss Sabrina Blankenship is in the building. We appreciate her. Also, tonight, And who else we got? Who else we got on this weekend? It's Saturday night. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. All right, I think I got everybody. Let's get ready to get in and talk to this thing then. After the Vance, what's going on? I see that's a new name. Miss Gwen Campbell is in the building. I appreciate her tonight. Appreciate her tonight. Miss Leah, I see you. I didn't mean to overlook you. Appreciate you tonight, Miss Leah. Only thing I ask that just hit the like button. If you don't do nothing else, hit that like button for me. Bernetta Smith, what's going on? How you doing? Look here. All right, let's get into the talk of this thing. Well, the Cleveland Browns is in search for a head coach for Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns football team. We remember that they did fire their head coach, Kevin Stefanski, 2 weeks ago, which deserving, and they in the search of finding a new head coach. Now, it's the rumor out here today that they interviewed this guy right here. Let me try to find it. They interviewed, I can't find this picture. Well, I don't see. I thought I uploaded. Is that him right there? Yeah, that's him right there. That's who they interviewed today, right? He's the former offensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens, and his name is Todd Monken. I remember Todd Monken was the offensive coordinator for the Georgia Bulldogs. Then he left there and went to Baltimore to coach Lamar Jackson. And how do y'all feel about him? Let me know in the chat. Y'all want to see the Cleveland Browns hire this head coach here, Todd Monken? Or some of y'all probably don't care. Put a yes or no in the comment section. Let me see what you're saying. Let me see. Todd Monken. He's an older guy. He's an offense, and he know the offense pretty good. That's a no for me now. Yeah, that's an N-O for me. Maybe as an offensive coordinator to go with Shedeur, to pair with Shedeur, yeah, I can go with that. Before as a head coach, I don't see them hiring him. They just talking to him about being the offensive coordinator, because I don't believe they're going to bring Tommy Reese back, because to me, it don't make no sense bringing him back. You said, yeah, Wayne Hood. Okay, yeah. All right. But it don't make sense to bring in Tommy Reese back, because he was part of the regime with Kevin Stefanski. He was part of sabotaging Shedeur. I'm not going to keep it real. I'm going to tell you how I feel. So Mr. Miami said, no, sir. No, I don't want it either, big dog. But like I said, they interviewed him today, and it's a picture, it's a video out there going on. You know, you got the media out there videoing everybody who come in, and they videoed him walking into the building today. Ring my bell said no. So that's where it is. That's where it at with him. Now, there's another one that they did. Now, this is a big thing right here now. The defensive coordinator, Jim Schwartz, right? Swayzer, whatever his name. I can't pronounce his name. Swayzer. Jim Swayzer. They interviewed him sometime this week, and it's been reported. It's been reported by several people on the inside, several people, NFL insiders, all of the coaches that they interviewing, saying that if you want this job, you got to keep this dude as a defensive coordinator. To me personally, I don't think that's the way they should go out there. You ought to let your head coach bring in who they want, like the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator. But it's been talk out there, y'all. It's been some talk out there that they must have this dude as a defensive coordinator, which I understand how they see this thing. You know, he had a good defense. They did good with Myles Garrett. The defense did good until Shedeur got out there. They didn't do, maybe about 2 games when Shedeur out there. But when Shedeur was out there, that defense didn't play that good. So they interviewed him as the head coach, and it's a good possibility. It's a good possibility if none of these other coaches want to keep this dude as the defensive coordinator, they won't get the job. They're going to hire him. That's where it's looking. They're going to hire him as the head coach because they think highly of Jim Schwartz. They like Jim Schwartz. They're trying to link Myles Garrett, pushing for this dude because he like him. You know, I remember this dude, head coach of Detroit Lions. Man, this dude, him was trash, man. I'm just keeping a buck with you. You know, I'm just keeping it real, though. So, do y'all want Jim Schwartz, who was up on Kevin Stefanski as a head coach? I don't want nobody who affiliated with Kevin Stefanski. I just don't like how it went down with Shedeur Sanders, putting this dude on the bottom of the field to be by himself and while everybody else up top, treating Shedeur like he wasn't a part of the team. Then when Dylan Gabriel got hurt, they had to turn to Shedeur, and then Shedeur had to come and make them relevant again. They wouldn't let him get the first team reps. He got to be in the building, this head coach him. He don't have no voice to say, hey, Kevin, I got a defense, and I see how Shedeur is throwing his football. He looked good, Kevin. He looked good. You don't think Jim should have said something like that? No, man, he can't be trusted as a head coach. Now, if they want to keep him as a defensive coordinator, hey, it is what it is. But for as a head coach, my answer is no. I don't know how y'all feel, but my answer is no. It's no. I don't care nothing about his track record. I remember he was the defensive coordinator in Detroit. And they didn't do jack up under him. Yeah, he got a lot of years in, but I can't do that job. Not as a head coach. Reverend said, no, he ain't the head coach. Nah, I can't go that either. Sabrina said, no, I can't do that job. I just can't do that. I just can't do that. I really can't. Ring My Bell said, no, I can't do that. Nah, he been, I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing up under Kevin Stefanski. Yeah, nah, man. He could be calling you, telling you, hey, do this to Shedeur. No, we don't want that dude. No, we don't want no trash. No, we're trying to get this thing right. Well, here's the big name that everybody's talking about and want. And this is the guy right here. John Harbaugh. How many of y'all want him? Per Mary Kay, the Browns are definitely doing their diligence on ex-Ravens head coach John Harbaugh, and he should interview for that head coach in Vegas next week once he start meeting his suitors. So John Harbaugh was released. Man, you know what? I would listen to Diana Reson, right? She's an insider. She was putting out there how it went down, how they fired that dude. Boy, that's a low blow. The owner called him on the phone and told him he was fired when he was leaving the facility. Yeah, that's some nasty work. They didn't sit down and talk about it. The owner of the Baltimore Ravens did not call a meeting to have a sit down and go over some things about what he didn't like. They said this dude called him on the phone. Hello. Yeah, John. Yeah, you're fired. God, dog, what? That's some nasty work, family. Family, that's some nasty work. But it's been reported also, this dude is asking for so much. Look at him. They say he asking for the ransom, boy. John Harbaugh demands to accept a head coaching position. He wants $20 million per year. I said, dog, $20 million? $20 million? And you can win a Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson, and you want $20 million. And he wants $10 million for his staff. God. He wants total authority over the roster. You didn't have total authority over Baltimore. Why you want it now? Some people say he earned it. Some people saying he deserved it. Just because he's been coaching for 18 years. Now I understand he's probably the best coach out there on the market. But dog, he didn't win but one Super Bowl, and he won it with Joe Flacco when he first season. He ain't won nothing else after that. He don't miss the playoff half of the season that he been head coach. I think he's overrated to me. It's just me. Now, he could be the best coach out there, but my man is Brian Flores, the Minnesota Vikings, DC. I prefer him. But this guy right here, it said he would like to select his own GM. That let you know he don't want Andrew Berry. He don't want nobody else. He don't want to deal with none of them. He want his own. He want the show. Now, will the Cleveland Browns owner give him the show? He gonna get an interview because he done named the 3 to 4 teams that, well, I ain't said he named it. You know, the media, the insider, they saying it. Jay Glazer saying it's 4 teams that he only gonna talk to when there's 8 teams available. He say he ain't talking to everybody. He gonna talk to the Giants. He gonna talk to the Atlanta Falcons. And it's one more, Miami Dolphins. And he didn't name the 4th, but everybody's saying it's Cleveland because of his roots, his mother roots in Cleveland. And he liked the owner, Jimmy Haslam. So they saying he ain't interviewing with everybody. He's going to start next week. That's the report they got out there. But it is what it is. So this dude, he want it all, boy. He want it all. And you know the Cleveland media, they jumping all over because you know why? They want him to get rid of Andrew Berry. That owner ain't been to get rid of Andrew Berry. He just ain't. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Andrew Berry done made this man some money. A lot of money. Millions. Millions. He's not going to get rid of Andrew Berry. He just ain't. They want that. They want that because of skin color. I already know what time that is. They want Andrew Berry out of there. If you got rid of Kevin Stefanski, they want you to get rid of him too. They want that family. The Cleveland media want him gone. Want him gone. But he ain't going nowhere. That owner cannot afford to lose Andrew Berry. He his numbers, man. He bring that money in. He know how to fix them tax records. He's a Harvard graduating person. And hey man, Jim ain't finna let this dude go. So if John want this job, you know what? I kind of believe he gonna get it if he want. If he want Cleveland job, he'll get it. He'll get it, y'all. He'll get it. So what do y'all think about John Harbaugh? Would y'all like for him to be the head coach or Shedeur and the Cleveland Browns? Yes or no? Now, he ain't my first choice. He my third choice. He my third choice. Yeah, Bridget said Harbaugh want monkeys too. That's why they interviewed him as the offensive coordinator. And they probably keep Jim Schwartz as the defensive coordinator. That's the perfect situation for the owner and the Cleveland. But I promise you right now, they ain't finna get rid of. They not getting rid of Andrew Berry. Nah, they ain't gonna do that. He might get them 20 million. He might get that 10 million. He ain't getting them last two, the total authority over the roster. He ain't getting that. He ain't getting that in Cleveland. Nah. Yeah. Mr. Miami said, that's why it pissed me off. He won't take care of Shedeur. Who won't take care of Shedeur? Talk to me. So, I don't know about that. Yeah. That could be true. Black Barber, I can go with that. Yeah, the Podesta job. Yeah, it probably will be like that if they take it and if they get Jim Harbaugh, all of that right there. Yeah, Andrew's still gonna be in the building now. Don't get it twisted. He's still gonna get in the building. He's still gonna be in that building. So that's my take on that. Saying I hear he's going to the Giants. It could be, but you can never count out the Cleveland Browns owner. He'll write that check, y'all. You see what he did for what you got? Deshaun Watson. Gave that dude $240 million. $240 million. He ain't played not one lick. You don't think that owner will give Jim Harbaugh, he'll give him that $20 million a year. He'll give it to him. His mother stay in Cleveland too. Yeah, he'll give it to him. He will give it to him, family. Don't let nobody twist it. You got to look at the Cleveland Browns assets and see where they at. It's a total of 32 teams in the NFL. For its finance, Cleveland in the top 10. Matter of fact, they come in at number 8. Number 8. I'm just saying. So you have to keep an eye on that part there. It could go down like that now. It could go down like that. Miami said he should be the main one saying Shedeur our quarterback next year, but he won't. He's scared to and think he ain't the one. He ain't one of us. He don't say that. He ain't come out and just say it. But you got to read between the lines, man. He kind of done said that thing now. He kind of done said that thing. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Yeah, I'm rocking with Andrew. Andrew finna knock this draft out the park now. Yeah, I'm with him. I only care about what's best for Shedeur. I'm not worrying about all this extra. Okay, that's I love CC. That's what she had to say. We don't want him either. I wouldn't give. Yeah, that's a lot. He asking for a lot. What's up, Dave? What's going on? Talking about the head coaching search. So, well, and the next person they want to talk to, according to NFL insiders and Mary Kay, Mike McDaniel. Miss Anderson over there on Twitter, she's another NFL insider. She said it is true that the Browns have interest in interviewing Mike McDaniel, a former head coach of the Miami Dolphins. So I was told they have been discussing him and this desire today. It's up to Mike McDaniel to accept the request. And you see Mary Kay them over there talking about it too. They are very interested in the Miami Dolphins head coach also. The Browns are interested in him, who was fired on Thursday by the Dolphins for their head coach vacancy. You got to remember, Mike McDaniel was in Cleveland in 2014 as a wide receiver coach up under Shanahan, who's now the head coach of the San Francisco 49ers. So he been there. He know everything about what's going on. So I'm sure. Now I would take him as Shedeur offensive coordinator. Now I would definitely take him. Yeah, I would definitely take him as the offensive coordinator. That's just me. That's just me. Everybody got their opinion, I'm sure. I would take him in a heartbeat. I mean a heartbeat as the head coach. I mean as the offensive coordinator for Shedeur Sanders. I would. But so y'all tell me who y'all favorite coach? Who you would like to see? I got let's see. I got 5 minutes. Come on, talk to me. Who would be your choice as Shedeur head coach for next year for the Cleveland Browns to hire? My first one will be Brian Flores. That's who I would like. And my second would be that for as the head coach, Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy was a head coach for the Green Bay Packers where they won a Super Bowl. Mike McCarthy also was the Dallas Cowboys' last coach. And for 3 years in a row, they won 12 games. I bet Jerry Jones he fired that dude. So that would be my choice. And he's an offensive guru. He is. Brian Flores, my choice. Harbaugh, I ain't got no problem with Harbaugh, but my first choice would be Brian Flores. But, it's word out there that that's who Tom Brady gonna hire as his head coach down there in the Raiders. Flores. That's what they reporting out there over there on Twitter. The NFL insider. They want Brian Flores as their head coach for the Vegas job. That's what they reported. Brian Flores, yeah, I'm Brian Flores all the way, y'all. on Brian Foster. I'm with you. That menu, yeah. Yep, McCarthy. He's a winner. Cleveland need a winner, and they need a voice in that locker room. Yeah, they need somebody who can tell Jerry Judy, sit your ass down. You keep dropping these balls. Yeah, you ain't gonna play no more. And I hope they trade you. Yeah. You keep cutting the food over there on the sideline, and we're gonna show you the dope. See, Brian Flores will tell you that. You remember what he told Tua? He told that owner Tua ain't it, and he meant that. Yeah. Rev said he can go with Mike. Yeah, Mike McCarthy. He's a winner, man. He don't want everywhere he went. He don't want everywhere he went. And he don't groom a quarterback. Man, Dak Prescott won hardly nothing until Mike McCarthy got up on him. When Mike McCarthy got up on it, he groomed Dak Prescott and one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL. And I promise you, if he get what Shedeur, he gonna do the same thing. He will do the same thing. But Andrew Berry he got a lot of pressure up on him. He got to get out there and do his thing. Andrew Berry can kill this thing. He can knock this thing now. He can knock it out. He can knock it out. Sabrina said Flores. Yeah, Flores, hell, man. Well, got one of the baddest defense out there in the NFL, especially with Minnesota. Shoot. Yeah, Brian Flores, the man. I think he's it. Clint could be it. Yeah, he's a good offensive mind. You don't need nobody. He ain't never coached before, though, big dog. They don't need food with that. Flores and Kobe. Yeah. For his offensive coordinator, I can go with that. Yep. So that's me on that. Man, Coach Prime, Coach Prime in Colorado, boy, they out there recruiting, boy. Coach Prime trying to win the Big 12 this year, y'all. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow with JR and Uncle Steve. Man, they got Boo Carter in Colorado right now. Over there on Instagram, he posted he had the basketball game. I said, damn, when they get Boo Carter coming now? Then, Stoudemire, he hit the transfer portal earlier today. I said, man, they ain't going to have no safety. Then when I seen Boo Carter posted up there over Instagram that he in Colorado, I said, boy, they signed him. You remember, they tried to get him 2 years ago or last year, but he went to Tennessee. Boy, they get Boo Carter. They got something on the back end of that defense. They get that dude and that dude from Vanderbilt. Yeah, Ben, I'm trying to see, Ben, when you going to hit that transfer portal, big dog? They got some killers out there, boy. Coach Prime got some hitters out there. He got some hitters out there. Yeah, he's the Seattle. Yeah, but he ain't never been no head coach. I'll take this dude right there to be the offensive coordinator, but head coach, nah. You go practice on somebody else's time. We ain't got time to practice. We trying to turn this team around. We got 10 draft picks for Shedeur and this team next year, and we got to get them offensive line through free agents, and we got to get them some wide receivers. We at least want to win 8 games next year. And after that, when we can move off Deshaun Watson contract, yeah, we're going to win the division 2 years from now with Shedeur at that quarterback position. We ain't got time to play. Play. Yeah, he training, man. He got him right. He got Dak right. Mike McCarthy got Dak right. And he'll get Shedeur right. I promise you that. Like I said, it's going to be something to see. It's going to be something to see. Yeah, interesting. It is very interesting. Very interesting. Be what? That's not true. That was good before. Nah, he ain't never played like that up on no other coach than what you call him. So what you saying, that's not true. I'm disagreeing right back with you, what you said. I ain't got no problem you disagreeing with me, but I'm disagreeing with you right back. I just want you to know that. Man, this dude, he playing his best football up under Mike McCarthy. They won 12 games each year, every year from Mike McCarthy there. Yep, Isaiah Hodge, he was in the transfer portal too. Yep, you're right. Yep. Yeah, I just said that. Blue card, yeah. Oh, he don't sign, man. They got Blue Carter. I know he's in. I know he posted over there. They got Blue Carter keep. Is it official? Wow, ooh, boy, yeah. I'm talking about that tomorrow morning. My solo video. Oh, I'm talking about that. Oh, that's gonna be the story right there. Blue Carter, man. They got Blue Carter at the safety. Coach Prime, you the king of the party. We just need your coaching staff to be right this year, which I believe they will. Yeah, especially your defensive coordinator. Man, they got Juju on the offensive side, along with Jordan C. And they still got JoJo. They still got Trackhawk. Offense line, I got to check the offense line out. I ain't worried about the offense. I'm worried about the defense. The back end, cornerback, and them linebackers. We need them linebackers. They got a linebacker from Texas. That boy showing up the truth. Yeah, you're a white guy. I ain't prejudiced. I'm just saying you're a white guy. You need your Luke Kingdom. Luke Kingdom was the baddest linebacker I ever seen play in the NFL, other than Ray Lewis. That's just me. Yeah, this boy here was a headhunter. You know what I mean? Boy, they got Blue Carter. Blue Carter, big old dude too, boy. Coming out of the University of Tennessee. Man, I'm glad to hear that. Appreciate that information there, Keith. Appreciate that. Yeah. So they said Blue Carter uncommitted. Boy, it's over. I bet Twitter is off the chain. Yeah. I just want my boys to win, man. I just want them to win. Yeah, so it is what it is. Keith said, Young Kubiak is the coach for the Shedeur. Yeah, offensive coordinator. Yeah, for his head coach. He won't have no voice. Man, what's called run all over him. Just like they ran all over Kevin Stefanski. Jerry Judah run all over that dude right there. He ain't gonna run all over Brian Flores. Brian Flores said, boy, what? Yeah. Brian Flores come out there and tell him, yeah, I saw his ass down. That's what they need. See, they got a young team. Cleveland got a young team, and they got a losing mentality. Yeah, they get Brian Flores in there. He'll change the whole culture. All of them. He'll change him. He was finna get ready to change Miami Dolphins. The owners that got rid of him because he wouldn't tank and because he didn't like Tua. He done told you the truth. Brian Flores will change the Cleveland Browns franchise. See, you need a head coach who over the offense, the defense, and the special team. Yeah, you can find your offensive coordinator to be over Shedeur and a play caller over Shedeur, but you need a man who can stand up there and gravitate to the whole room, and especially somebody can go out there and handle the Cleveland media. Brian Flores do that. He just need an opportunity. Yeah, you know he that dude. But Tom Brady, they saying Tom Brady gonna get it. But you see, when he filed that lawsuit, the day before they were going to court, they had to settle. They went on to settle and said, no, we're not gonna let Brian come in here and just put all our dirty laundry in now. We're gonna go on get him a settlement. They settled with him. He got that settlement. Because they know he had him. He had him, y'all. He had him. But it is what it is. So it's going to be exciting. It is official. Good, sir. Okay. Appreciate it, Keith. Yeah. It is what it is. Yeah. Hey, Hood. They didn't want to go to court with him because that boy, he bad now. I'm telling you now. He know how to talk that talk. That, man, we get Brian Flores in this courtroom, he going to spill all the beans. We can't let Brian Flores go in there. Give him what he want. All 32 owners. What you want, Brian? Want 100 million? Man, get it all. We'll let you come back, but we're going to do you like we're going to do Shedeur. You got to wait a year before you come a head coach. I guarantee you that's what they did. Man, that dude too good to be a defensive coordinator. He should be a head coach. He was up under the Bill Belichick tree. Why you think Tom Brady won? Tom Brady was there at New England, and he know this dude here ain't taking that. He ain't hearing that nonsense. All players will be held accountable. Shedeur too. He gonna tell Shedeur, hey, look here, Shedeur. Let me tell you something. All that damn speeding you doing now, you get them 2 tickets, get 2 more, get another. get another one. Brian Flores would tell him. Brian Flores would tell them to do it. I tell you what, don't step up in that pocket and see where you'll be. Yeah, I'm gonna be the first one to call your daddy and waiting on Shiloh next. Matter of fact, I'm finna hire Shiloh. I'm gonna bring Shiloh on the team because he played just like I want somebody to play down in that paint. Yeah, that'll be the main one. Bring Shiloh. You don't care about no Sanders name. That'll be too much for Cleveland. Cleveland that's used to losing. Just used to losing. But anyway, don't forget to tune in tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow. Check this out. Check this out. What they said, Bo Carter. Bo Carter. Coach Prime got Bo Carter. And just say, they got rid of Stoudemire. I kept trying to tell y'all Stoudemire wasn't that good. Then need to hit that transfer portal next. Appreciate their talent, appreciate their time, man. It's time to move on. Clean house. We got to reset the culture. And they got Bo Carter now. Coach Prime been trying to get him. He tried to get him last year, I believe. He went to Tennessee. And now he posted that he was at the basketball game. And Keith just posted, said they got him. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, you right. Yep. Yeah, Brian Flores ain't gonna play, man. Shedeur need that. He need that. He need that. So it's gonna be interesting to see how Coach Prime and the Colorado football team play this year. I can't wait to see it, man. I'm gonna be there at that first game when they play Georgia Tech. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there, and I can't wait to see it. I believe Coach Prime, he's on the right track now. He's on the right track. He's on the right track. Yeah. I had him down for 5 or 6 games. Well, he get that defense right. And they can stop the run. See, Coach Prime don't probably win about 8 or 10 games this year now. Because when you look at the Big 12, they don't lost all their quarterback. Sam Levitt, he don't hit the transfer portal. He gone. Man, so shoot. Hey, Coach Prime back on the map, y'all. Coach Prime is back on the map. Hey, I got to get out of here. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night, the live show. We're going to go deeper into the Colorado football team. Uncle Steve and JR will be my special guest. Well, they ain't the special guest. They co-host. They're part of the show this Sunday night. Make sure you come back. We talking about Shedeur just for a little while, but most of the night, tomorrow night, we're going to talk about Colorado and everything that they done did through the transfer portal. All right? Once again, family, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate Keith. Appreciate that information you told me, boy. Appreciate you for throwing me that bone. JR and Uncle Steve done texting me now. Bo Carter is in the building. All right. All right. All right. Once again, family, y'all have a good night and blessing to you. I love y'all. I appreciate you.